Hi, my name is Sebastiaan van der and I'm an ex-social anxiety disorder sufferer and have been coaching socially phobic clients since 2009. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how to overcome social perfectionism, as this is something that feeds your social anxiety. And I'm also going to guide you through some EFT tapping to address this pattern, to release it somewhat so you can feel calmer in social situations. If you want to learn more about EFT tapping, I suggest you go here. Now, social perfectionism is basically having unrealistic or impossible standards for yourself in social situations. And this is something that I suffered with for a very long time, and to a degree still do. Not as much in social situations, but perfectionism, in and of itself. Just creating this video for you took me a couple of tries because I wanted to make it better and better and better. And setting yourself these unrealistic standards puts a lot of pressure on you. And socially, when you're already anxious, that's not something that's very useful. And so I struggle with this to a degree still. So a couple of weeks ago, I went to a event that was where people were pitching their startup companies, and I walked in late and I asked the question to one of the presenters, and I noticed that my heart started to race a bit. And that's strange and uncommon because typically I don't get anxious. And I'm like, wow, what the hell is this? And as I later sat down to do some inner work to resolve it and move past it, I noticed that I still had some of these socially perfectionistic beliefs. So I noticed that I still, to a small degree, wanted to come across as cool and calm and collected, and that I was still afraid to do something wrong and be made fun of in front of the group right there. And as I sat down and I looked at these beliefs and that fear, it wasn't very strong. If 10 was an intense fear or a really strong belief and 0 is non-existent, it was only about a 2 or 3, because I've done the deeper inner work already. And so this situation was kind of unique in that I had never been in that situation before. It was about 30 people. I didn't know anyone there at the event. So that's why that old belief got activated a little bit. And so great, used it as an opportunity to do some tapping, got rid of the rest of it, and now I'm going to start public speaking tomorrow with Toastmasters. So these beliefs about how you should come across, what you absolutely should not do in social situations, and all these things, they add on to the pressure and they make you more anxious in social situations. As you resolve all of that, you become calm, you become relaxed, and you become at ease. And I've done a lot of work on myself, and I've been able to get to that place where I'm in the moment when I'm socializing with people. I enjoy it. It's not an effort. It's not something I do. It's just who I'm being. And that's something that you likely can get to as well. And it definitely wasn't always the case for me. My anxiety was probably at its worst in my late teens, early 20s. And as I look back, I see how I had a lot of these socially perfectionistic beliefs operating my mind. I had a lot of rules about how I should be and how I should not be, and what I shouldn't do and what I had to do. And as a result, it was very rigid and stiff and inflexible, and very, very stuck basically, and very anxious, obviously. And that I had a lot of beliefs like, I have to be cool all the time. Everyone must like me. I must be the best at everything. I have to be the funniest. I should never show any weakness or sensitivity. Nobody can see me sweat. Blah, blah, blah. All of these perfectionistic beliefs, it really made me, very anxious and uncomfortable. And these beliefs come forth out of insecurity and not feeling safe. And I learned these beliefs, I picked them up just like you, if you have those. And you have them for a good reason. You pick up these beliefs because you're trying to make sense of the world, and you want to navigate through the world in an as safe and comfortable way possible. And when you learn these beliefs, when you learn a belief such as everyone must like me, you learn that belief because you observe that in your environment, and you're like, hey, if everyone likes me, then I'm safe. Okay, great. So now I have that belief. And so you pick up all these beliefs until you have this map of the world about how you should be in social situations. But while it started out as something helpful, it eventually becomes these rigid beliefs, and you have to be this certain way around others, and you shouldn't do this and that and the other, because then you violate these rules, and that's dangerous, and then then you become more anxious. So it's actually a trap to have these socially perfectionistic beliefs. And I realized this a bunch of years back when I was driving on a scooter, actually, away from visiting a friend of mine, and I was thinking back to why I didn't feel as comfortable as he felt, because he was just totally relaxed and laid back, and people would show up, and he was just himself with everyone. He was the exact same guy and as laid back with everyone in groups, and it's just a very nice, warm, loving guy, and it was quite inspiring. And as I compared himself with me, not something great to do, but sometimes can be helpful when you're doing your inner work, I noticed that I had all these ideas about how I had to be, what they had to think of me, what I shouldn't do, what I had to do, and it was just tons and tons of pressure. Now, I've since used the EFT tapping to let go and release these beliefs, and as a result, I've become a lot more relaxed, at ease, comfortable with myself, and be able to be playful with people and just relax. And not only that, I've also gotten rid of a lot of my rigidity. Those standards that I had for myself, I have to be this way, I have to be that way, that shouldn't be, and that massive self-judgment and criticism is also what I had for other people. So, most people I didn't enjoy being with at all, because I was massively criticizing them and so on. And as I released my own self-judgments, as I got rid of these perfectionistic beliefs, I got to enjoy being around people more and more, to the point where I'm now enjoying connecting with people. I'm in the moment. I'm enjoying people's differences, and that's a place that is really nice to be. It's these beliefs are gone. Like this whole I have to act and be a certain way to be accepted. That's no longer running the show. And as a result, I can just be myself. And I can be myself with people in this situation and with people in that situation. And I don't have to adjust my behavior in this and that way to be accepted here, but rejected there, and blah, 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 and this whole mind puzzle. I can just be myself. There's nothing I have to do. It's effortless. It's not something I'm doing. It's something I'm being. I'm being myself. So it's effortless social confidence. It sounds like a big thing, but it's just an absence of those beliefs and that anxiety response not going off. Okay? Anyway, so that's a really good thing, and that's something that you can get to, and hopefully this inspires you to get to that place, because I think that when you suffer from social anxiety, that should be your end goal, where you can be as comfortable as you are with one person, with everyone. Or if you're not in that situation where you're comfortable with someone completely, just being totally comfortable being yourself with anyone, everywhere. Okay, and that's something that we're gonna focus on moving towards a little bit as we're gonna do some of the tapping. So we're now gonna uncover some of these socially perfectionistic beliefs that you might have, and do some tapping to weaken the hold that they have on you. And what you might find is that as you release some of these beliefs, you'll find yourself being calmer and more at ease in social situations. Now I want you to take note though that we're doing some tapping on these beliefs. However, this pattern of perfectionism is there for a reason. And these beliefs might have deeper roots to them. You've learned them through your upbringing, the messages that you received, painful life experiences, cues from your environment, modeling of your peer group, and so on. And some of these beliefs have deeper roots to them, and you need to address these deeper roots. So while this tapping likely is going to give you some relief and maybe some great results as well, I just want you to be aware that there might be some deeper work to do than just following along with this simple video. So what this video might do, if you imagine these beliefs and this perfectionism pattern to be like a tree, we might be able to tap off the branches, but to deal with the perfectionism pattern completely, you need to get rid of the root of the tree and the trunk of the tree, okay? So that said, this will likely benefit you quite a bit and you're going to feel quite a bit better. Now I explained this concept in a bit more detail in an upcoming video. But until then, to uncover these socially perfectionistic beliefs, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. And as you write down the answers that you'll have, the beliefs that you'll then have, is what you can then aim your tapping at. And each belief that you tap away can make you feel more calm and relaxed in social situations. Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, this is going to be really simple. I'm going to give you a sentence and you're just going to finish it by writing down the first thing that comes to mind. Assuming you have pen and paper ready. Here we go. In a social situation, I must always ... Or another way of saying this is when I'm around other people, I should always ... Or a third way could be, in a social situation, I have to ... And examples would be, I must get everyone's approval. Everyone must like me. I must come across confident. I must look good. So write down whatever comes up for you. Good. Now let's turn it around. Finish the sentence, complete the blank, fill in the blank. So, in a social situation, I should never ... Or a different way of saying it, in a social situation, I should not ... Fill in the blank. And examples could be, I should never look foolish, or I should never say something stupid, or I should never let them see me sweat, or I should never make someone uncomfortable. I should never be awkward. There are tons of them. Just write them down. Okay, and as you've written them down, you can obviously pause this video to write some more down. Now we've got some stuff to aim the tapping at. All right, let's get rid of some of these branches of these beliefs, or maybe more. So just start tapping on the karate chop point. Again, this is the video for instructions on what EFT is, if you want to go there first. Assuming you have done so and know what tapping is, tapping on the side of your hand, repeat after me out loud, okay? You're simply going to repeat after me out loud and say what I say, and it's pretty easy. So I want you to close your eyes. Go ahead and do that. I want you to imagine yourself in a social situation, and a particularly challenging one for you. A social situation that you feel really, really anxious in. And as you're in that social situation, imagine what they're thinking of you. Think about how you should be, what you shouldn't do. Just rate your level of discomfort from 0 to 10. 10, very uncomfortable. 0, totally calm and relaxed. And open your eyes. And as you tap here continuously, simply repeat after me. Say, even though I feel so uncomfortable in this situation, I have to come off perfectly. I must be perfect. Because if I don't, I might get into trouble. I really need to be perfect around others. I have all these beliefs about how I should and should not be. And while it prevents me from being comfortable, there's a part of me that does not want to let go of these beliefs. And I want to accept both parts of me anyway. Even though I feel such pressure in social situations, I have to be perfect. And I can feel that pressure now. And there's a part of me that doesn't want to let go of that. There's a part of me that's refusing to let go of all these beliefs. Because it's not safe to let them go. If I let them go, I might be disapproved of. I might make a fool out of myself. I might get rejected. I cannot let go of these socially perfectionistic beliefs. I need them. And they're just part of me. I'm used to them. It's familiar to me. Maybe I don't deserve to let them go. But I do want to accept myself a little bit more. Even though I must be perfect in social situations, and there's a part of me that doesn't want to let go of that pattern for whatever reason, whether it's logical or not, conscious or subconscious, I just don't want to give up on that pattern and that need to be perfect. But I do want to find a way to accept myself a little bit more. Good. Now start tapping on the beginning of the eyebrows. I need to be perfect. Side of the eyes. I should be perfect. On the eyes. Everyone should like me. On the nose. I'm afraid they'll disapprove of me. On the chin. I'm afraid they'll make fun of me. Collarbone. I have to come off cool and relaxed. Under the arms. What if they don't accept me? On the liver point. I have to be a certain way. Wrist point. I gotta be the funniest one. On the top of the head. While I tap on the top of the head, copy where I tap, and I want you to think about those beliefs that you've written down before. Just think about them, and in doing so, it's activated. It already is. On the beginning of the eyebrows. I can't relax socially. Side eyes. It's much too risky. My eyes. It would be stupid not to be perfect. On the nose. I'll make a fool out of myself. Chin. They'll pick on me. Collarbone. I'll embarrass myself. Under the arms. I'll do things wrong. On the liver point. They'll humiliate me. Wrist point. Everyone must approve of me. Top of the head. Nobody should disapprove of me ever. Beginning of the eyebrows. They should think I'm calm and normal. Side of the eyes. They shouldn't see me as different. On the eyes. I just have to fit in. On the nose. I shouldn't stand out in any way. On the chin. What if they don't accept me? Collarbone. All these socially perfectionistic beliefs. Under the arms. They really serve me. On the liver point. They really help me socialize. Wrist point. I can't let go of them. That would be stupid. Top of the head. I wouldn't know how to socialize anymore. Beginning of the eyebrows. What if that's not true? Side eyes. What if I know just fine how to socialize without these beliefs? Under the eyes. I won't let go of what I've learned in my common sense. On the nose, I just release some of the pressure. On the chin, releasing some of the pressure. Collarbone. I want to be a bit more calm socially. On the arm, but that's risky. On the liver point, what if it's not? Wrist point, but it is. On the top of the head, what if I can relax a bit more socially? On the beginning of the eyebrows, but I have to be this way. Side eye, they won't accept me if I'm not this way. On the eyes, maybe that's just old beliefs. On the nose, what if that's no longer true? Chin, what if these beliefs are old beliefs that are no longer serving me? Collarbone, I'd like to let go of those not serving me anymore. Under the arms, taking comfort in knowing. On the liver point, that I'll keep the ones that are still serving me. Wrist point, as I let go of the ones that no longer do. On the top of the head, all of those reasons that I feel I need to be perfect. Beginning of the eyebrows, releasing and letting them go. The side eyes, accepting myself. On the eyes, accepting those parts of me I didn't accept. On the nose, this need to be perfect. On the chin, I want to relax that just a bit more. Collarbone, take a deep breath. Under the arms, these remaining perfectionistic beliefs. Liver point, they've served me, I'm pretty sure. On the wrist point, but they no longer do as much. Top of the head, I don't want to let go of some of them. Beginning of the eyebrows, I want to start feeling safe being myself. Side eyes, a little bit more. On the eyes, these beliefs make me more anxious. On the nose, I want to let go of some of them. Chin, I want to calm down a bit more. Collarbone, this need to be perfect. Under the arms, I can't let go of all of it, it's not safe. Liver point, and that's okay. Wrist point, I can shave off the branches first. Top of the head, I want to feel calmer now. Okay, take a deep breath. And relax. I want you to close your eyes again and imagine yourself in the same situation. Just notice if you feel any different. Good. Now take note that you need to deal with the deeper underlying causes, and if this was helpful for you, subscribe to this video, and I have a new video for you next Thursday. And if you want to learn how to get rid of these deeper underlying causes of the perfectionism, you can go to my website, socialanxietysolutions.com, and you'll be taught there in detail how to do that. And if you want some more assistance on your journey from social anxiety to effortless social confidence, I'm starting a really awesome podcast that I'm really excited about, where I'll be interviewing the world's leading experts from both the Western psychology world as well as the Eastern energy psychology world. And I'll be uncovering their best secrets, their stories of inspirations, their most effective techniques to help you on your journey to social confidence. And the name of the show is going to be Social Anxiety Solutions, just like my website. And you can find that in iTunes from the 1st of May, imperfection, beautiful, the 1st of May 2015 onwards every week. Hope this was helpful for you. Subscribe here and talk to you next Thursday. Bye.